gorgeous?
It definitely is beautiful.
All right, the guys have saved the elevator for us, so we better run. So we are here on Ocean Cay. We're gonna go out to the beach, find a good spot, do some snorkeling.
Snorkeling?
Yeah, snorkeling. Welcome aboard. We have just got back from a 4-night stay on the MSC Meraviglia, and we wanted to share with you some of our thoughts about the ship. This is Donna Walden. She is a travel agent for Sunshine Travel Agency Adventures, and my name is Ann from Lautarlife. So we are going to go ahead and get started. We're going to tell you a little bit about the ship. So Donna, you want to share some stats with us about the ship?
Just to give you some stats on the ship, it's a large ship. It's 171,598 tons, which holds about 5,642 passengers and approximately 1,600 crew member. It included 4 pools, one with the sliding roof, the bamboo
pool.
Mm-hmm. That was lovely. And the yacht club pool. Mm-hmm. There are 9 rural pools. The reception and guest service is on deck 5, and I thought the location of that was really, really good. It was very central, had a lot of room that you can kind of like see other things as well. Mm-hmm. Of course, we don't want to hear this, but they do have a medical center on board, and that is on deck 4. The excursion desk is also on deck 5 and 6, so if you don't register for your excursions, you can actually do it on board once you look at the excursion package, which they do have one in your cabin when you get on board that talks about all the different excursions that you can sign up for. And I felt that the excursions were a nice range of activity, whether it's just beaching it or, you know, taking a tour. Mm-hmm. They also have spa. The spa is on deck 7 forward. And
we love the spa.
We had a lot of favorite spots on board the ship, but the spa was probably really at the top 5. You can get your massages and treatments. They have a nail salon, beauty services. They have a hair salon and a barber shop. So guys, don't think that you're going to a women's salon. They actually have a barber shop there. They have a solarium and a spa boutique where you can purchase some of their spa items.
And they're not high pressure, so they're not selling product to you the whole time that you're getting your massage like other ships do. So that was one of my favorite things about the MSC, is they're not high sales pitching at you the whole time that you're on board. Mm-hmm. So that was one huge plus for me.
Absolutely, I did like that too. So they have a fitness center, which includes like treadmills, weight machines, free weights, and they have a nice walking track outside. So of course they have your bars and lounges. They have 17 of those. So that you can see how large the ship is, because we never felt crowded the whole time. It was very spacious.
And we had 4,500 passengers on board with us.
That trip we did. They have a chocolate factory. It's beautiful. When you walk in, they have these sculptures that are made of chocolate that they make right there. So we actually saw them making chocolates while we were there. Have a chocolate bar, coffee bar as well. Mm-hmm. Now those items are an additional charge, so keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. Was there anything special that you thought about it?
The next day we had come in, the day after Embarkation Day, we had came in just to see what they were making in there, and they were making fresh biscotti. for the coffee.
Yes.
So the biscotti that you do get when you're there at that coffee bar is fresh made biscotti. It looked delicious.
It did.
Yeah.
Trying it the next time.
Yes.
They have an ice cream parlor and that also they serve crepes there. That is also an additional upcharge. The ice cream that they have is actually gelato.
Yeah, it was gelato. Yeah.
They had a lot of flavors to choose from. Now, if you go to LautarLife YouTube, you can see a lot of the videos showing these areas for you. And I highly recommend watching them. Ann has done a fabulous job with capturing all the different areas of the ship.
I'll definitely connect. Up here on your left is the little bar. Go ahead and click on that, and that is our embarkation day, and we're actually there together.
We are. They also have another ice cream bar. It's out by the pool deck. That is no charge. It's complimentary. And the ice cream we had really had a gelato feel to it. It was very thick, very creamy, and very coconutty.
Yeah, it was delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Their shops, they have 9 shops ranging from their MSC logo.
Yes.
And Ann's apron came from that. Which I thought that the prices, you know, most ships you go on and you're purchasing their logo items can be very expensive. But I found that their logo merchandise was very reasonably priced.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Yep, this was wonderful. It has a picture of the ship, the MSC logo, also the hat, MSC. Also in the back there's a picture of the ship. So very nice gear. Love it.
And keep in mind too that when you're going to different ships, some of the merchandise might be a little bit different. So just you know, if you see something that you really like and you feel that the price is reasonable, then go ahead and get it, because the apron was what, about $8, I think.
It was like $7.50.
$7.50. Yeah.
And then the hat, we didn't see the hats on this ship, the Meraviglia. So they did not have these hats on the Meraviglia. She had been on one of the previous ships prior, and she had brought this back for my husband, but I wear it as well.
See, they do have assigned check-in time, and they do this for the simple reason is crowd control. So most cruise lines, they will allow you to choose your time to get on, but like Ann said, this was one of the latest times we ever checked in, but once we got there and we got on board, it's like we've been there quite a while, because all that area as you get on board is cleared out. You know, there's not bottlenecking people and trying to figure out which way to go. So that made it very, very nice. I do really like a later check-in time due to that.
So one of the first things that you're going to want to do when you get on board is go straight to their interactive screens. They do have shows on board every single night of your ship that you're on board, and you do need to reserve your spot. So the seating area for the show is only 1,000 passengers. We have 4,500 passengers on board, so you need to make sure that you reserve your spot for the shows. But if you go right on board and reserve for every night of the ship, every night of the cruise, thank you, every night that you're on the cruise, you are set to go, because we walked right in, even though we had a later time. I'm not sure if anybody knew to go to the interactive screens, because we were able to get seats no problem for the whole week. Anything that we wanted, everything was opened at that time. Now the next day we went to go look again, and 2 of the shows were sold out. So first thing you want to do when you're on board is go to an interactive screen and reserve your show times. You can always just not go if you're not going to go to the show, but you want to make sure you reserve it so that you can go every night. We enjoy the shows. We love the shows. The shows on board were fabulous. They were great. Absolutely loved them. So we went to the show every single night. So make sure that you are going to those interactive screens. Very simple to operate, and you just use your card check-in.
The other thing that I've heard a lot from various bloggers is, you know, if you have a problem with your cabin card, your sign and sail card, which opens your cabin, it also takes care of all your purchases, is to go to guest services, the reception area, and get it taken care of. We tried to do that. We do not highly recommend that at all because
we stood in a lot of lines to get everything perfect and correct, and if we would have waited till the next morning, we could have walked right up to the desk and had it done lickety-split. But so next time, if that happens to us, that's what we'll do. We'll wait for the next morning, get up, and go do that first thing and have that taken care of. Otherwise, you're going to stand in longer lines. Other people are having to work things out as well. And that could have waited. Our card could have waited till the next morning. The only reason we wanted to do our cards is because we did the card match. And Donna, you want to explain about the match?
The status match program is the only program that I know on any cruise line does. And what they do is, if you are a cruiser from other cruise lines and you have your status, whether it's gold, diamond, silver, or platinum, depending on the cruise line that you're on, what MSC will do, and that also included is if you earn points and status on hotels and tours and stuff like that. What you can do before you book your cruise is go to their website and look up their status match program and go ahead and apply for that. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find your sign and seal card from the cruise line that you have the most points with. And what they do is they'll take that information, they'll compare that cruise line with MSC's program, and what they'll do is they'll bump you up to that particular. So instead of being a welcome guest, like for my husband and I, we cruise Carnival quite a bit, and we were at the platinum level. We went to MSC and did the status match, and because of the points that we had with Carnival, we went from the welcome, which is the classic level, we skipped over silver, we went straight to gold. And with a few cruises that we have, we've already worked our way up to a diamond status, which is one of their higher levels.
And look how pretty this card is.
Let's see here. That,
nope, I'm holding it upside down. Isn't that gorgeous?
But this is the gold. And that's where Miss Ann is.
Yes.
And Kevin is at silver. See, that's you. The other level that they have is what they call a Yacht Club Experience. And this is the Yacht Club. And you also get a wristband. So you can either use one of these. We love these because this right here is this. It will open your room. You can do all your purchases. When you check off the ship, they just scan that, you know, and so there are a lot of benefits to this program here. But I would recommend that if you are thinking about doing MSC, before you book, go ahead and do your status match, see where you're at. They'll give you your number, and so when you go to make that booking, you'll be able to find your number, click that in, and with you all, your first cruise, we were able to save 5% off the price. So you will get it. You'll start your savings right then.
So I was with Carnival, and I was platinum, and for the MSC I started out with gold. And how that benefited me for the ship was I got an hour at the spa for free, the thermal spa, and I absolutely loved the thermal spa, and that was awesome. I mean, that was very awesome. That was relaxing. We had a stressful time coming up into the time we went on the ship. We were able to do that right away, and it was so relaxing.
It was.
Yep, and it set us up right for the rest of the ship.
No worries after that. Huh?
No, it was great. We loved it.
Yeah. A matter of fact, we liked it so much that we did go back again.
We did go back again, and they were so kind and let us go in for the same gold and diamond status. Yeah, so we were able to go in for free. So that was awesome.
That's a good plug. Go ahead and do that. If you're traveling with friends or family, one of the things that we do recommend is make sure that your bookings are connected, and that MSC can do that for you. Travel agents can do that for you. When you do your check-in, you can actually do that as well, where you click that you're traveling with someone, get their booking number and their stateroom number, and click that in, and that joins your bookings together so that they can make sure that you're dining together. There was a little hiccup there with ours. I'm not sure what happened there. We were at the same time in the same dining room, but at 2 different tables. However, we made it work. They were wonderful to deal with. They were going to get all that straight that evening and let us know the next day of our new table number. So we were able to do that, and had a great time at dinner.
It worked out wonderful.
So as far as Embarkation, so you can also go to the maitre d' if they have one on, on duty right then, and see if you can get that worked out before dinner. Unfortunately, I think we got there so late that there wasn't a maitre d' for us to get all that taken care of. So, but
that's okay. We were able to sit together. It worked out, and the rest of the week that we were together at a different table, at the same table, but in a different location. But we had a better location because we were right at Porthole. So we were able to look right out the window as we were having a meal. So it was fabulous. So it did work out very well. They are very accommodating and do want to help fix whatever the issue is. And they were very, very easy to work with. So, but next we'd like to talk to you guys about the different dress that they have every single night. Donna, what types of different things do they have going on for the dinner occasions?
Well, for the dress and the different parties on the 4 night that we were there, the first night, of course, they have the Bon Voyage Sail Away party, which is up on deck 15 by the pool. The evening dress for that night, because everybody's still waiting for their luggage, is casual. So they typically don't like people wearing shorts and t-shirts and stuff like that into the dining room. However, the first night they're very flexible. The second night is the white party night. So that's kind of cool to watch everybody, in their white outfits. You don't have to have a white outfit on to go to the party. However, it is fun just to go ahead and get dressed up in white.
And it was neat to take a look at everybody dressed up in the different, they had white tops, white bottoms, white shoes. The gentlemen looked so sharp. They looked so good. So we know the next time that we're on a ship in September, we're going to make sure that we pack our white stuff so that we can join that event.
Yep. So they have 2 events for that. They have what they call a white moment, and that's with the crew staff, and that's on the promenade deck 6 midship, kind of underneath that the dome and everything. So what they're doing is they're really starting the party off. That's kind of a pre-party where they did a lot of dancing and music, and they were just interacting with the guest. And so we were on the 2nd tier of the promenade looking down, and it was pretty cool.
It was fun.
It was fun. And then the white party is actually at the Atmosphere pool on deck 15 midship. You enjoy music, dancing. They do line dancing. They did the conga. Is it the conga? Yeah, the conga.
Yeah, I think we saw pictures later. Is how we knew that they did the conga.
Yeah. So that was on night 2. Day 3, the evening dress is tropical. And the reason why we want to bring this to your attention is because had we known, we could have packed a little and just participated more with the tropical print or dress or top, slacks.
So that's why we want to bring it to you, so that if you're watching this, you'll be prepared for the ship, you'll be ready to go, and you can join any party on the ship.
That's right. They have evening 3 is a spectacular lighthouse show on Ocean Key. I did find out. Some people will pronounce it K and some will Key, but according to MSC, it's Ocean Key.
Ocean Key. And Key just means a group of islands together. That's what Key means. Some people say K, some people say Key, but however it works.
It's your vacation.
That's right.
That show is at 9 and 10. Now, we have seen it a couple of times, but Ann and Kevin had experienced it for the first time. And what were your thoughts on that?
So we did not go out to the island. We spent the night over at the island Ocean Key. So we spent the night at Ocean Key. Our ship was there, and we did not go out onto the island, but that is something that you are welcome to do. They invite you out to the island. They have bonfires happening. They have things all set up for you to do all different kinds of activities out on the beach. But we went down to, I believe it was deck 6, went out to the side of the ship, and we watched from the deck from there. And it was absolutely fabulous. In fact, it was only 5 minutes, and I think I could have watched it for a while longer. It was really, really, really good. But of course, on Embarkation Day, we did put it at the end of our Embarkation Day. If you'd like to see that vlog, it is definitely listed down below in the description box. So make sure you check that out. It was really awesome. We loved it. It was very cool. Very different. Something different that we have not seen before, but the music and the designs on the lighthouse were all, to music. It was really cool. It was really awesome. We loved it.
And what she had mentioned too is that they have, you can actually get off the ship for this event. They have a beach party right there on the beach, and they have the bonfire. So after the light show, they really gear up the music. So there's a lot of dancing, singing, just gathering, and we actually explored the ship.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a balcony stateroom, and it's on the same side of the island, you can actually sit on your balcony and watch the light show, which is also pretty cool. We've done that too. They also that night had a silent disco where they provide the headphones, and that is 9 o'clock they open for the headphones, and that actually goes from 9 to 11 at the pool deck.
Now, I've never done that, but I would love to do it. Like, get the headphones on and you're just dancing to whatever the DJ has on. But what's so funny is to walk up on that, you're not hearing music and everybody's dancing, which is kind of fun. I mean, it's fun to watch.
Because you get to choose the type of music that you want to listen to. So you could have someone that's, doing country, someone that's doing rock and roll and whatever. And to watch these people dancing and you hear no music, it is a scream.
It is a lot of fun.
It is.
It is a lot of fun.
So those are just kind of the highlight parties and dress code. For the last evening, the dress code is casual floral. They do have an Ocean Key sail away party at noon, because our ship left at noon. So depending on when your ship sails, will depend on the time of the party. So they do have a sail away party on deck 15 midship at the pool. They also have what they call a sunshine party, and that's at 10:15 p.m. on the promenade deck 6. And that's kind of like a fancy, they describe it as a fancy trip back to the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Step back in time by wearing your finest floral garments, put flowers in your hair, and just enjoy the evening. Peace out.
Peace out. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. All right, so next thing we want to talk about are the shows. Donna, you want to share about the shows?
I will. Now the shows, as Ann explained earlier, you definitely want to make your reservations the first day. That way you can get to see the shows and the time that you want, because you're going to have to coordinate your time with your dining time. And they are shown in the Broadway Theater, which is deck 6 forward. Be sure to make your reservations. As I mentioned, the interactive screens are located by the elevators, so you have plenty of screens to go to. The Dome Show.
Yes.
The Dome Show is on the promenade, and on the Meraviglia class ships, there's a dome that runs the entire length of the promenade, and it's all day long. It's something different. And you can see some really gorgeous pictures by going to Lautarlife YouTube channel and see those screens. Just stunning, stunning. And each evening it's a different show. The times may vary. It could be 8:15 and 10:15, or 9 and 10:15 and 10 o'clock. So you need to really look at they have these daily programs in your cabin every day, these right here, and they will list the times that those shows are available. So I highly recommend just kind of like putting that little box in your mind to visit. They also have something called the Carousel Lounge Show. Now this one is an additional fee and can be purchased on board the ship or in advance. One of them was a rock circus, and the other one was House of Houdini, which we really didn't go check out. You know, there was so much.
We didn't
more.
even see this carousel theater. It was on the opposite side of the casino, so it was further back.
Deck 7
we never walked through the casino to go back to go see what was going on back there, but I did see pictures later, and the carousel just looked awesome. They had ladies hanging from the ceiling on these huge wire rings, so it's very active. It looked really exciting, and they do provide, I believe, a dinner drink with your purchase. Virgin, no alcohol, or an alcoholic drink as well.
So, tell me about the dome.
The dome show?
The dome. What did you think of the dome?
I absolutely love the dome. Every morning that we would get up, it was so exciting. I found it very exciting. What's on the dome today? You know, what's up there? I would grab a picture of that. It was just very relaxed. I felt like it was a very relaxing environment. They always made that promenade very relaxing. I felt like they had soft music going, and they always had a gorgeous picture of whether it's the outside floral stream. That's what you had most mornings. Or one morning, I believe that the day we left the ship was all clouds and blue sky. It was just very comforting and very relaxing. I love the dome.
And they did the, you remember the 70s flower power thing?
So every night that they had the show, whatever show was going on in the evening, they would have different, like the 60s, they had, you know, colorful, you know, just like it reminded me of the Vans, you know, that had love, all that all over the dome, which was really cool. So whatever show it was, White Night they had, White Night,
announcement.
Yeah, all across the dome. So it was I loved it. It was very interactive. I really enjoyed that.
Now, as far as the entertainment goes, these programs, these bulletins, these daily programs really tell you everything that's going on. So just to give you an example of what some of the entertainment is, like for their music, they have music venues everywhere, various types of music. They've even had the steel drums, which I really like steel drums. They've had jazz, they have DJ music, they have the piano. They also offer dance lessons.
Yes, they do.
I know. Not that my husband would go to a dance lesson with me, but you know, that's okay. But they've had like rock and roll, country, disco, cha-cha, the mambo, salsa. So you get to experience the different culture in dance, you know, by doing some of the dance lessons. They have karaoke, you know. They do bingo, which is an additional charge. Trivia throughout the day. You know, some of the trivia that they did is guess the celebrity, inventions, where in the world, maps, birds. We did the birds one. That was pretty cool.
Now he did very good. Their trivia though is, you know, whoever wins. It's not for a prize or anything like you would get. You know, maybe like a trophy on other ships or a necklace with a trophy. No, you don't get any of that. It's just for fun. It's a very non-high pressured environment, which makes it so much more relaxing. Right?
Yes, it does. They also have Name That Tune. And I forgot, we didn't even see this. They have arts and crafts. Did you know they have arts and crafts in the pub? They do arts and crafts in the pub.
I would have been there.
I know.
We were exploring every day,
so
like
much to do.
Morning till night. It was just so much going on.
There's so much to do. You can do as much as you want, or you can do as little as you want. So your daily programs are put in your cabins at night. I would recommend taking a highlighter with you and
good idea.
Reading it at night, and then highlighting all the activities that you're interested in, and try to plan your day around them. And it's really good when you have kids too, because then you can make sure that they're getting as much benefit out of being on a cruise ship as mom and dad. And they do offer the babysitting services too. So mom and dad can have date night.
Definitely date night, but there's so much for kids to do on board. They will definitely stay busy from morning till night. There's so much for them to do.
And the one thing that I noticed, there were a lot of kids on board.
Yes, there were.
But they were so entertained by the staff. They have people that are specially trained to take care of your children. So, and everybody is checked out, you know, for security reason. And so we hardly saw any kids at all.
Well, I did love, one day we did go by the basketball court and they had all their staff out there playing soccer with the kids.
Yeah.
So that was really fun to see that they were actually out there entertaining the kids. All the parents were in the bleachers on the side, and all the staff were out there playing with the kids, and that was a lot of fun. So they are definitely interactive with your children.
And that's really a good thing to, you know, it's very comforting to know that when you're on board a ship that your kids are being taken care of very well, and they are top priority on that ship.
Absolutely.
So they have afternoon movies. Some of them are in the theater and some of them are by poolside. And they also have a mini golf. They have mini golf, and they actually have cornhole game.
We never saw the mini golf. Did we see the mini golf?
No.
And we didn't see cornhole. So we missed a whole little section.
I know.
We got to find this. We have to go again. There was just so much to do on it.
We're going again.
September.
So shopping. They had a lot of shops that were there. And as Ann mentioned, it wasn't a high pressure. You walked in, they greeted you. They said, "Can I help you with anything?" But they allowed you just to freely look around, and if you had any questions, they were right there to answer any questions you have. They also had like daily specials, and you can find them in your program. You're referring to the program.
But they, one of the shops, which, you know, was very interesting, they have everything that you need from high-end, you know, cosmetics to toothbrushes and toothpaste, and I saw shaving equipment. I also saw clippers, razors for your hair. So they have, I believe, probably anything that you forgot, they will have it on board.
Absolutely. So their daily specials, you know, they ran specials on their watches, sunglasses, handbags, wallets, perfumes, jewelry, accessories, hats. So you just need to, know what you're looking for, you know, especially with the high end, like your guests' watches and bags and stuff like that. When you go, and these are duty free, so you're able to get it tax free. But keep in mind that when you're shopping, if you're out looking for something, make sure that you do your research, see how much it costs back home, and then determine if it's, you know, if it's something that is within your price range that you want to get. The other thing is if you really want it, just buy it.
You're on vacation.
You're on vacation. Anniversary, birthday, you know, engagement, those things come up. Spa specials. We've already talked about the spa, but they do offer specials, like they do a ladies spa seminar, which is at no cost, but they also have facial consultation, massages, facials, haircuts.
The ice cream was absolutely delicious. It was the same flavor all week long. We were looking for another flavor. They do other flavors, but not in the same day normally. I heard that they do have a lemon flavor, a vanilla flavor, and there was a couple other flavors, but we did not get to experience that. But it was absolutely delicious. But the bar, the ice cream bar on the promenade also had very healthy shakes that were available for you as well. They have the calories up there, green shakes, it had fruit, and they looked absolutely delicious and worth trying. So you might want to try one of those next time you're on board.
Their shops, they have 9 shops ranging from their MSC logo.
Yes.
And Ann's apron came from that. Which I thought that the prices, you know, most ships you go on and you're purchasing their logo items can be very expensive. But I found that their logo merchandise was very reasonably priced.
Right.
Absolutely. Right.
Yep, this was wonderful. It has a picture of the ship, the MSC logo, also the hat, MSC. Also in the back there's a picture of the ship. So very nice gear. Love it.
And keep in mind too that when you're going to different ships, some of the merchandise might be a little bit different. So just you know, if you see something that you really like and you feel that the price is reasonable, then go ahead and get it, because the apron was what, about $8, I think.
It was like $7.50.
$7.50. Yeah.
And then the hat, we didn't see the hats on this ship, the Meraviglia. So they did not have these hats on the Meraviglia. She had been on one of the previous ships prior, and she had brought this back for my husband, but I wear it as well.
They have fashion and accessories, perfumes and cosmetics, jewelry, watches, sunglasses. They have a photo shop where you can purchase photos that they've taken of you, tobaccos, liquors, and snacks. Let's go to the sports complex.
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
That was another favorite spot of ours. It's on deck 16. Now, the sports complex, it has the basketball, volleyball, and soccer court. It was on this particular ship, it was inside, which is really nice because it's air controlled. It's also right by the amusement, what they call the amusement area, which has your arcade. It had the interactive 4D cinema,
which was fun.
Boom, boom, boom. We had fun with that. The Formula race car. Yes. A flight simulator / roller coaster. The bowling alley. They have TV games and, of course, your standard arcade games. To see our husbands do the Formula 1 race car was really fun to watch. But to see Kevin doing the flight simulator was even more funnier, because on there they have a screen where you can actually watch them inside the simulator pod. And so just to see him do the flight simulator and the roller coaster, it's pretty much a screen.
And the simulator actually flips upside down. He did the flight simulator, which he did crash his plane. So you actually experience a crashing of the plane. The roller coaster does go upside down, so your whole simulator actually is turning in circles and going upside down.
There again, if you go to Lautarlife YouTube page, then it will show you those.
We had that on the Embarkation day, yes. It was so much fun. That's so much fun. The NASCAR that you get into, they actually remove the steering wheel just like you would if you were in a real NASCAR car. They remove that so they can slide into the car, and it was difficult to get in, just like it is for a NASCAR vehicle. So they would get in and then replace the steering wheel so that they could get in there and drive. And they raced against their times, so that was a lot of fun.
So now the 4D theater.
The 4D theater was so much fun. So it was a game. The theater was basically a game. They would give you, like you had these plastic guns that had lasers that you were shooting targets as the little video went across. And then the person with the most hits on that would win the thing. So it was just a lot of fun.
And the seats actually moved, because the one we were in, we were going through this like a cave type thing. And so whenever you went, you just
like a roller coaster.
Yeah. You just feel it.
So you are buckled in, you're strapped in.
And your glasses.
And you have 3D glasses, and that was so much fun. Yeah.
The kids clubs, the kids area, oh my gosh, I was really impressed with the kids area, because they have those set up by age group, and everything is so nicely spaced and so well equipped.
So what was I felt as a parent, which was really awesome, is all your kids' areas were in the same spot. So it was near that the interactive area where the gym was, where the NASCAR was, where the bowling. They had each place for the infants, for the children, for the older teens. They had right there. So as a parent, you're going to drop off your children, you can drop off all ages at one time, versus finding different areas on the ship that you're dropping them off as. I know for a carnival, your carnival ships do it in different areas. So this was really nice to have all your children's activities right there. And the cool thing about that is it was connected to the water slide. There was actually a set of stairs that walked up that took you right to the water park. So it would be easy access for that group to get up to the water park to go play for the kids. So it was I thought it was well laid out for a ship.
So that pretty much tells you a lot of the different areas. I will make one mention. They do not have any laundry / ironing rooms like most cruise ships do. So you have to be prepared for that, and they do not allow you to bring any type of steamers on board or ironing irons, and so you would have to send that out. However, my tip on getting a wrinkle out, you either hang it in the bathroom or you're taking a steam shower, or I now have a little spray bottle that I just spray it down, kind of tug at it, let it hang, and the wrinkles fall right out. Which is better because then I don't have to spend any time in the ironing room.
Perfect.
Embarkation day. Now, I've been on quite a few cruises on different cruise lines, and each cruise line, their embarkation is a little different. However, we have sailed on MSC several times, and we have found that MSC embarkation, as far as getting on board, has always been pretty smooth and easy.
So our embarkation day started a little later than normal. Our ship went out on a Sunday and returned on a Thursday. So my husband is a pastor, and he did preach that morning, so we left as soon as church was over. We packed up the car and we drove with them, and we arrived at the shipping area, or the port, right around 1:45-ish. Our boarding time was 1:30, so we were a little late. But it was 1:45, but there was there was very few people boarding the ship at that time. So that meant that there was no lines, no crowds, nothing to get in our way of getting on the ship. So it was phenomenal. Everything we did, we walked they picked up our luggage, and I went straight up to the rooms, and we walked right on. It felt like we walked right on board.
Mm-hmm. So with MSC, they do have assigned check-in time, and they do this for the simple reason is crowd control. So most cruise lines, they will allow you to choose your time to get on, but like Ann said, this was one of the latest times we ever checked in, but once we got there and we got on board, it's like we've been there quite a while, because all that area as you get on board is cleared out. You know, there's not bottlenecking people and trying to figure out which way to go. So that made it very, very nice. I do really like a later check-in time due to that.
So one of the first things that you're going to want to do when you get on board is go straight to their interactive screens. They do have shows on board every single night of your ship that you're on board. And you do need to reserve your spot. So the seating area for the show is only 1,000 passengers. We have 4,500 passengers on board, so you need to make sure that you reserve your spot for the shows. But if you go right on board and reserve for every night of the ship, every night of the cruise, thank you. Every night that you're on the cruise, you are set to go, because we walked right in, even though we had a later time. I'm not sure if anybody knew to go to the interactive screens, because we were able to get seats no problem for the whole week. Anything that we wanted, everything was opened at that time. Now the next day we went to go look again, and 2 of the shows were sold out. So first thing you want to do when you're on board is go to an interactive screen and reserve your show times. You can always just not go if you're not going to go to the show, but you want to make sure you reserve it so that you can go every night. We enjoy the shows. We love the shows. And the shows on board were fabulous. They were great. Absolutely loved them. So we went to the show every single night. So make sure that you are going to those interactive screens. Very simple to operate, and you just use your card check-in.
And the interaction screens are located by the elevators. The other thing too is that if you do not have a reservation, you have the option of waiting until about 5 minutes before the show starts. And if they have space available, they'll start letting those waitlisted, so to speak, people go in. But you don't want to miss it, because they only hold 2 shows a night. So the excursions, you can go ahead and go to your manage and purchase them. You can save some money by doing it that way, or purchase them on board the ship when you decide. Okay, for the internet package, I would recommend purchasing this in advance, because you do get a little bit of discount on it. They have 2 types. They have a browsing package with different number of devices you can add to it, and then they have a browse and stream. Now the stream is if you want to watch YouTube videos, upload your YouTube videos, and so forth and so on. So we found this on board the ship, and the browse for one device per day was $12.99. The browse and stream for one device was $17.99. But when you're in your managed booking under your view cruise, you can actually go in and look at the different options and go ahead and pre-purchase that, and it will save you a little bit of money.
I did not find that the internet package was any better than any other ship. It was intermittent. We had it sometimes, and sometimes it wasn't available. So it's just like any other ship right now until they upgrade and make it better. But it's kind of better that you don't get on the internet. You're there to relax and vacation. So I find that a wonderful thing.
So you're disconnecting from the outside world, but you're reconnecting with your spouse,
And
your family, with your friends.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. You have joined us just for an overview of the MSC Meraviglia. It was a 4-night vacation. It was absolutely fabulous. We really enjoyed it. We really encourage you to book a cruise on the MSC ships. They were absolutely fabulous. If you're looking for a travel agent, Donna is here available, and I'll leave all her information down below for you. All right, you have a blessed day, and we'll see you hopefully on a ship real soon.